Hello, everyone. My name is Christian Eschbach, and welcome to another one of my album reviews. I have waited a long time to talk about this album because of how much I love this album. Type O Negative, Life is Killing Me. Never more honest words ever spoken by a band in the entirety of existence. Life is killing me. Alright, first off, much love to Pete Steele. We lost him way too early. Way too early. Alright. First off, music on this album. Now, I personally will say that this is Type O's best album. I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but that's because every Type O album, with the exception of maybe October Rust and World Coming Down, but even then it still applies, are pretty different albums from the previous album. Unsuccessfully Coping with the Natural... my apologies, that's the name of the song. Already covered them. Origin of the Feces and Slow, Deep, and Hard. Alright, those two albums, pretty much the same. Even still, different, but pretty much the same, which is why I did a review with them together. But those two there, take them as one, vastly different from what came out after on Bloody Kisses, which was then similar, but still pretty different from what we got on October Rust. Now, like I said, we get to World Coming Down. That one feels a little more like it's just kind of a continue of October Rust. I'll be honest, those are the two albums as I've gotten older I probably listened to the least. And then we get to Life is Killing Me, and this is yet again a completely different album. I don't want to say that this album is more commercial, but it definitely was more commercial. The songs are definitely more compressed. I mean, for starters, you got 15 tracks on this album. And yes, other albums do have multiple tracks, but this one doesn't have the same number of soundscapes that you found on previous albums, which helped fill it out and made the track list look longer. Let's get into the songs, all right? First off, this album opens up with 13. Great little instrumental interlude at the beginning. It is supposed to be a cover of... I'm going to put it up here because it's going to be a correction. It's either going to be Addams Family or the Munsters. I want to say it's the Munsters, but I could be wrong on that one. After that, we get into I Don't Want to Be Me. I love this song. Such great energy on this song. I don't want to be me. I don't want to be me anymore. Oh. Whoa. Love it. Not the lead track on the album, but great way to lead off the album on an actual track, because 13 is just kind of a fun little intro. Type O is great for fun little intros on their albums. Then we get to Less Than Zero. I enjoy this song while it is playing. It is a decent song while it's playing. It's really cool, really enjoyable. Outside of that, I don't think of it much when the album's not playing. Todd's Ship Gods, Above All Things. This one is a cool track. It is a really cool track as an album cut. Fills out the album nicely. I really like it that way. I wouldn't put it on any mixtapes or anything like that, but I really like what it does for the album when it does it. It works for me. And then we get into a song where, by today's standards, would be seen as possibly homophobic or transphobic. And I personally don't give a shit because of the story behind it. And the song is I Like Goyles. That's including that Brooklyn accent in there. I like Goyles, man. I like Goyles. When fans used to go and meet up with Type O Negative after shows or whatever for signings and stuff like that, Peter Steele used to get regularly, I don't want to use the words accosted or harassed, but homosexual fans really could not get over the fact that Peter Steele just did not want to sleep with them and was only into chicks. Which is where the song I Like Girls came from. Because, especially after he, and this is going back years, this is something I've been brewing for years. Because a lot of people don't realize this. There used to be a magazine called Playgirl, the opposite of Playboy for the ladies. And Peter Steele did pose in there, full frontal in there. And Peter Steele is a well-hung gentleman. And he would get guys coming up with these copies of the mags wanting his signatures for these copies. And it really, after a while, kind of wore away on him because he was just a regular, straight, heterosexual guy. The lyrics that are in the song, there's a lot of people would be upset about the wording that is used. And it's not like he says anything horrible. It's not like he's going around throwing around, the F slur or, stuff like that. It's just, he's pointing out that, no, I don't give a shit what you're into. I don't care what the hell you can do. I'm into goyles. A dish best served coldly. It fills out the album. How Could She? More of a classic kind of typo song. A little more like what you'd find off October Rust or World Coming Down. Even Bloody Kisses. It just... Even going back to the original stuff, a lot of that early stuff on Slow, Deep, and Hard was very much dealing with women treating men like crap. A lot of Type O Negative music is really about women treating men like crap and men trying to mentally cope with it. It's one of the things I love. I don't want to go off on this rant about it, but it is really one of the true great things about Type O Negative. Women could say there's definitely a lot of misogyny or a lot of, we'll call it violence towards women, which is not what is advocated. It is literally men dealing with the trauma inflicted on them by women that are mentally abusive. Then we go into Life Is Killing Me. Life is killing me. Life is killing me. I said life is killing me. Life is killing me. Life is killing me. Title track for the album, man. I sing this one out to my heart's content. Absolutely love it. Nettie. Nettie is an interesting tune on this album. I really dig Nettie. And I dig it more now as I've gotten older than I did when the album first came out. The album did first come out in, 2003. And Nettie wasn't bad back then. I didn't mind it, but with all the energy and everything that had already been going on the album and stuff like that, I kind of felt like Nettie just maybe was in the wrong place on the album. And then that goes into We Were, in brackets, and then Electrocute. And I love this song. I didn't mind it when it first came out. It was a little slower, a little more kind of reminiscence, misty watered memory. And when I listen to it now, yeah, it's got that nostalgia to it. That nostalgia kick, and I love it. All right, next song. I love how many people tried saying this as the name of the song, and it's a short form for the name of it, and I got friends that didn't realize years later that that's why it was called why it was. IYDKMIGTHTKY, and then in brackets, gimme that. If you don't kill me, I'm going to have to kill you. That is what that is what that stands for. If you don't kill me, I'm going to have to kill you. Great song. Great song. And I've got so many friends that tried to say it as an actual title. I've got friends that have just said it as the letters instead. And then I look at them and go, you mean if you don't kill me, I'm going to have to kill you? Oh, whoa, really? Yeah. Love the song. And then the next song. Okay, so this is not a Type O Negative song. This is yet another cover. But I love this cover, and this cover inspired me to go out and buy the album that it originally came from, which I've fallen in love with and I've already covered. And that is Angry Inch from Hedwig and the Angry Inch. I have performed this song on karaoke, not this version. I've actually done the one from Hedwig. It is not an easy song to do. I have a hard time hitting those high notes. I would love if there was a Type O Negative version of it, because then I could do the low notes instead. I love Angry Inch, though. Oh my god, I love Angry Inch. Just every part of this song just got such great, ferocious energy to it. And going on earlier with that whole discussion about that potential homophobia with I Like Goyles, we're in the complete trans world now, and this is a noteworthy trans project, so it's hard to kind of get too upset with Type O Negative in that realm. You know what I'm talking about? After that, we're into Anesthesia. Good tune when the album is playing. Absolutely love it when the album is playing. I don't think about it too much after that. Drunken Paris follows that up, which is pretty good. And then the album finishes with The Dream Is Dead, which closes out the album perfectly in its fun little way, because this one just kind of ends. So as I was saying, Dream Is Dead finishes off the album. Really good way to close out the album. I really like it. I really think it was a fantastic way the whole way to close out this album. This whole album, the whole way around, well, I kind of gone through this a little fast, and I've kind of downplayed a couple songs in here. I seriously still religiously almost listen to this album. After all these years, I can't get enough of it. I really can't. It is one of my all-time favorite albums. It is my favorite Type O Negative album, without a doubt. It is my favorite Type O Negative album. Both my kids, because I got this in 2003, so my kids grew up with this album. They do not remember a time where this album was not played regularly in the house, to the point where, my kids could sing this album from beginning to end without even trying. Now, given the subject and the content on here, you might argue that I'm a bad parent, but at least it's not unsuccessfully coping with the natural beauty of infidelity, right? Okay, folks, I'm done here. You have to own this album. If you're going to own any Type O Negative album, this one and Bloody Kisses. Those are the two that you absolutely have to own. You should own the rest. But those two, I to the very bitter end, I will say you have to own those two albums. Okay, that's it. Let me know what you think, folks. That's what the comment section is for. Give me your comments. There's a like button, subscribe button, a little bell for notifications, join button, follow button, whatever the hell's on locals once you start getting there. Peace, love, take care.